back. Hey, we're trying out some new things today. So, got my webcam going. Maybe you'll see a little bit of me and my struffiness and all the wires hanging off my head. But we're going to go ahead and start a little bit of a new Let's Play or playthrough series. What I have here is Fallout New Vegas, but with a little bit of a twist. We're actually playing Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas together. And you're asking yourself, how is this possible? Well, the great thing about technology these days is that you can combine two games that run off the same engine and then load them at once. So these great guys over at Tale of Two Wastelands have been working and developing this thing for the longest time. I think I got involved with it probably about a year ago, back when I first found out about it. And the process back then was a little bit more difficult, a lot of manual modding, but they've pretty much automated this whole stinking deal. And it's actually made it really enjoyable. So now I can play it all the way through the entire game, from beginning to end, with all the addition packs and mods that are compatible with it, and there's a long list. So just to give you an idea of some of the things that I'm using NMC's texture pack, which gives it a better feel, using Dynavision for some visual effects, Nevada Skies, which gives me some weather, and then Project Nevada, which does a whole lot of things. More gameplay adjustments, but we'll go ahead and get through. We're going to start pretty much a new character from our Vault 101 entrance, and the reason that it goes through the whole intro and everything else on this thing is if you have mods loaded to begin with, it makes it real difficult. Sometimes the game will CTD on you if you have too many mods installed before you get through the whole intro to Fallout 3, since this one starts on Fallout 3. So we're going to start at the Vault 101 entrance. And then you see here, bam, you want to revise your character. So we can go through and we can edit the name. And, you know, I was playing under Serenity, but, you know, old TV show reference. But we'll go with our old stand-down. Instant Hero. Race and sex, so you can go back through. This is my original character. Now, some of the things that I have installed on this thing are, excuse me, some mod packs for visuals. So what I'll show you here is you'll see that some of the things change. So new hairstyles, and you know what, that's a pretty good character. Customize that, change the eye color out. Hazel's pretty good. Let's go with a more natural green color. And then our tone looks pretty good. So age is pretty good, preset 11. So here's some of the new things that the mod pack, and I'll have all these mod packs listed down below if you want to check them out. So look, we got new hairstyles, and we'll just go down through these so that way you can see a little bit of them. And these are all based off the Type 3 body. That last one kind of looked like Cheryl Teague's. And see, we got, it actually added about 30 or 40 different hairstyles and texture packs to the entire game. Not all of them look that great. There are one or two that look pretty good, pretty decent. Oh look, we can go as a schoolgirl. And long behind ear, medium bangs. And I think for this character, I went with the very first one, but I'm going to look through these a little bit and get our character going. No, definitely not. Hidden Falls. I'm not quite sure what that means. Whoa, I am on I can do this one with NCIS and be in good shape. So, yeah, that's been pretty much my life lately. It's a whole bunch of NCIS and video games. So, probably need to get out and PT a little bit more. But, you know what, we'll get there. We'll see what happens. Alright. Man, there are just a ton. You know, and I haven't been through all these yet, so you and me, we're going through this at the same time. Alright, so we're back down to the ones that actually come with the game. So you can see they're pretty much the same. We're going to go back up here to the very, very top, and we're going to go with Sonya hair number 1. Alright, and all these are customizable. hair color, the whole 9 yards. So as you can see, bleached, brown, chocolate, and they all look pretty close. Corn silk, suede, con, auburn, and ginger. Look at that. Can't beat that. And we'll bump up the red here a little bit. Alright, perfect. And done. Alright, yes, we want this to be our character. Alright, so you can go back through, you can edit your specials. My character here, I had previously set up for more of a gun toter. That you can add the strength and something like that, but wasn't really into that too much. And of course, Wild Wasteland carries over into Fallout 3, so you have some of the weird, bizarre stuff that's going on there. And then the one that has the least amount of effect on anything is probably Four Eyes. I played Logan's Loophole for a little bit, but it limits your character. And if you've ever played this before, pretty much all the perks are the same. There are mods out there for perks, but I really hadn't got around to doing that much modding. So guns, lockpick, and we're finished. And here we go, out into the wasteland we go. Alright, so one of the things you'll see as soon as we get loaded up here is you'll see that I put weapons mod expanded on this one as well. And if you look at that little spot over there in the kind of mid upper right hand corner, that's actually the glasses I'm wearing, and that's one of the deals that I've got going on for the mod packs. And we're going to go through and enable all our packs. And there's workarounds for that too. So we're going to go down here because it's going to start going through all of our additional what's her do's. And alright, we're going to get up our character. So I'm going to work on my tag skills first, and then we're going to bump up barter. And then what we're going to do is over here we're going to go, there's really not that many to begin with, but some of the ones you want to get a little earlier on is probably Gun Nut or Intense Training. I like the Intense Training because it allows you to bump up your special traits a little bit. And that gives you one extra slot. So that one low one we have at Charisma, we can go ahead and bump that guy up. And now, hey, we got some good stuff going on. Alright, so mod configuration menu has been installed. So I'm going to show you the mod configuration menu real quick. And for some reason, oh, I hit bullet time on us. Alright, so mod configuration menu, what this does is this pulls all your mods into one easily usable menu. So you can see here I got weapons mod expanded, modern weapons. We're going to go ahead and enable that. That way if we get any more mods later on down the road. Tale of Two Wastelands, it shows you TTW options. And you've got XP reduction, super mutant rebalance, bobblehead rebalance, and more cooking options. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these two guys on. This makes the game to where you don't level up all in the first game. And then for our rebalance, if you go to extra options and presets, you've got pretty much 7 presets here. So Project Nevada defaults pretty much sets everything up for Project Nevada. And what Project Nevada does is it basically makes the game a little bit more difficult, rebalances some of the weapons, rebalances some of the creatures. And then, you know, as you go down through, you'll see that each one of these has a little bit, you know, ultra hardcore here, has a few different things they do. I usually do Project Nevada and Pure. What that does is that gives you all the Project Nevada stuff, but keeps most of your game vanilla. So, and let's see, make sure everything else is checked here. Alright, here are the options, good. Oh, and more cooking options. So what this does is this enables stoves to work for you. So that you no longer, like in New Vegas where you have the campfires, since there's no campfires in Fallout 3, it gives you the option to use individual stoves to cook and get water. More for the hardcore, but not so much. Right. So yes, you understand the pit is coming. Alright, so over here, this is basically the standard equipment you come with, 9mm pistol, and then of course the caravan packs and everything else, as well as, I am not wearing anything at all. You see that? Oh, I'm wearing exterior armor. Good. At least I'm wearing something. So here's the install manual for Weapons Mod Expanded, and then over here in miscellaneous, maybe it's apparel. Yeah, there it is, thermal hydrograph. Alright, so what our thermal hydrograph does is it gives us our Nevada skies weather effects. Alright, so what this does, this allows us some variation in the different types of weather that we have, and makes a more dynamic weather experience. So click that, and then it pulls up a whole new Pip-Boy screen here. Alright, so we can display the weather conditions, we turn on weather shuffle, and then our general settings, English measuring units, can be dropped, metering auto display, and switch modes for weathers. And let's see. Then our storm settings. So depending on how realistic you want your play, what I do is, since weather doesn't happen every 2 to 6 minutes, I go every 1 to 4 days. That way I don't have any issues with running any super rad storms and things like that. So rain settings, 1 to 3 days. And then you have some individual moods here, but I'm not really gonna get into that too much here. This is more of a let's play, just getting you through this portion, and that pretty much does all that. So as you can see, if you look at the terrain, yeah, gotcha, point lookout. If you look at the terrain from vanilla is greatly enhanced. So can't really see from here, but once we get down to the water, you'll start to see more water effects, more HDR bloom effects, and just better overall textures of the game. Yep, gotcha, mothership's right there, gotcha. Yep, radio alert. Oh, yep, broken steel. And they'll add all those quests in there. But you can see, here's the Dynavision. You can see it's a little bit blurry, and Dynavision is configurable through the mod configuration menu. I'm sorry, through the Pip-Boy. And if I can remember, there it is, Dynavision lens package. So Dynavision active options, this basically tells us we can enable or disable the Dynavision. The speed options, these are all set at default, so slowest. And what this does, this gives you a little bit of a blur for focus. So as you can see, like when I get into zoom, everything else is kind of blurred out around where I'm aiming. And that's the 9mm right there. And we'll pop off the line. You can see some of that. Yeah, works pretty nice. So, and with the Weapons Mod Expanded, all of these things are customizable. You can grab just about everything you need to mod these things, and it opens up a lot of modifications for the game itself. So let's run over here real quick. Yes, we have sprint now, as well as bullet time. And you start to see some of the HDR and bloom effects in there, water ripple, and these are all things that used to be really graphic intensive in the game, and the NMC texture pack, as well as some of the other mods that I have really smoothed that out quite a bit. Generally, I have the frame display setting up here so you can see how many frames per second I'm getting. But on average, I about 50 to 55, which is usually pretty darn good for Fallout. And anyone that's ever played Fallout knows this thing can be a bit of a resource hog. And you can see, as I zoom in and out, you can see that I'm starting to get a little bit blurry in places. We're just going to loot this real quick and then head over to Megaton and start working on the mods for Megaton. So, yep, gotcha. Back. All those guys. So, hopefully I don't have a CTD while we're playing. That can get pretty darn embarrassing. think usually some illustrated. And a lot of these things I just collect just to sell off. When you're early off in the game, you really don't have a lot of options for making cash, so a lot of things you do have to do as far as scavenging goes, just collect every little thing that you can, which later on in the game I'm totally against. I think overall, the majority of the gameplay that I have on this particular game realms into the probably hundreds, if not thousands of hours in Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and the entire series. Sprint over here. And if you watch my AP meter over there, you'll see that as I sprint, my AP meter goes down, which is another great thing about this game, is that it really makes it to where you can't just continually run and run and run and run. And then of course I've got grenade and hotkeys down there. Chase your Brahmin. Chase your Brahmin. And, oh yeah, Stinky Swamp. Alright, so we're coming up on Megaton. And we're probably going to take a look inside here real quick. Hey, welcome to Megaton as well.
Have yourself a nice visit, partner.
You know, I'm going to do that deputy well. I appreciate you inviting me.
Partner. Y'all.
Alright, and we're going to pretty much call it right here. Going to be a short video. I know it's a little bit of an intro. I don't really want to get into the Megaton portions just yet.
Thirsty, partner.
Mainly
Try
just
Moriarty's
there's
oldest
so
drink
much to
in
do
the
in such a short
capital
amount of time.
Wasteland.
But I definitely wanted to show you some of the mods that I've got going up here, and also watch the description. The mods for the description will be in there. And
Welcome
once Fallout 4 comes out here in September, October time frame,
stand clear of the
we'll
gate.
give it a couple weeks, let people play through it, and then we'll do a playthrough on Fallout 4.
Thirsty.
I know, I hear you.
Need
I
some
don't know if I have
grub.
water, but maybe we'll
Try
need
the
some water.
brass
Need some water,
lantern.
guy?
Can you help me?
Oh,
I
sure.
need water.
Purified. What does water do? What is this place?
It's Megaton.
Yeah.
Have you been living in a hole or something?
Yeah, pretty
Everyone's
much.
heard of Megaton. They have plenty of water in there, but they only give it to residents or people who can pay for it.
All I have is a
I've
radiator
been drinking
water.
whatever I can find, but I can't do it anymore. Please.
Wow. You know, picky beggars. Yeah, he could be out here like the rest of us, scouring the wastes for pure water sources.
Need
Alright,
some
folks.
grub.
Hey, that's all the time we've got for
Try
right
the
now.
brass lantern.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like today's video. I know it was a little bit fast-paced, but we'll slow it down for you here in the
Welcome
next couple
to
episodes.
Megaton.
And as always, keep your
Enjoy
head
your
down,
stay.
watch your six, and return fire. And we'll see you next time.